I think you hit the record button. Did you hit the record button? Martina hit the record button. Yes. Hey, it's great to see everybody this morning. I'm excited to be with you. Let's kick it off. You kick it off the way that we always do each week. Somebody tell me something good. Somebody tell me a win you had this week. Come on, lay it on me. What do you got? Let's go.
I'm
Hey,
all
Dusty, go ahead, Felicia, you go.
Go, Felicia, then Anthony. Go, Felicia.
All right. I had a super cool thing happen this week. Some of you may know that I have a very rare genetic condition called Marshall syndrome. I've never met a person in my entire life that has Marshall syndrome. And earlier this week, I had a mom of a 9-year-old in the DC area reach out to me. She found my story through the internet and reached out to me, and I got to connect with this 9-year-old who also has Marshall syndrome. Marshall syndrome is incredibly rare, and it just had been such an incredibly sweet story of us getting to connect. We're already getting some like publicity from it and things like that, which is so cool. But it's just super cool. People helping people, their tribe coming around me, my tribe coming around them. It's been so cool. So
It was Felicia. So number one, I want all of you to know on the screen, Felicia is one of the most faith-filled, positive, just incredible people that I have ever known. I connected with her in a bold room. I don't know, Felicia, like 8 years ago.
a long time ago.
But man, her story and how she continues just to get up every single day and not only fight for herself, but fight for other people. She's a coach, she's a teacher, she's a leader, she's a world changer. And I saw that last night and it brought tears to my eyes, man, when I heard that little brother talk. So super awesome, Felicia. Thank you for sharing that with us today.
Absolutely. Thanks,
Come
partner.
on. Super cool. Anthony, what do you got, brother?
You follow that up, right? Like,
I know. I tried to get you to go first. I'm just saying.
can't follow up the feel good story with like ramming numbers down people's throats. No, things started to kind of really been taken off. So 4 under contract closing the next like 20 to 25 days, 3 new listings being inputted, 2 today and another one later this week. And I've got 3 active buyers, a couple from agents that have referred down to me. So things are really starting to snowball on that front. And then on a personal side, I texted you the other day, Dusty. I wanted to call you on Friday morning probably about 7:30 your time, but I completed a 20-mile run, which is the longest run in my marathon training so far. And I can see the light at the end of the tunnel, which, golly, it's really long when you're out there running those kinds of miles.
Yeah, Anthony texted me and he basically said, the statement is true. It does start asking you. So he was looking for the light at the end, brother. Hey, well, I have no doubt that you found it. Super awesome to watch your journey, man, as you've just and team, this is everybody can learn from this. Anthony just day in, day out has just been consistent in his business and in his personal life. And you've heard me say this over and over and over again. The way we win at anything is time on task, overtime, done consistently. We just keep making the plays. We just keep showing up. We talked about last week. Even if all you have is 30%, you give 100% of your 30%. I know this in Anthony's training. There's definitely been days that brother has not felt 100% out there. And
I will tell you that that statement was going through my head. Just give 100% of what you have right now. And literally mile 17 to 20 was really, really dark. But it at one point was 10 seconds of running, 30 seconds of walking.
Yeah.
Because I was wrecked. And literally that statement, just give what you have for as long as you have, was going through my head.
Come on. I love it. Hey, I have felt that way myself this week, brother, in our personal world. So somebody else this morning, what do you got?
Let me encourage you, Anthony. My son-in-law finished the marathon, his first marathon this weekend in Columbus, Ohio. And he's not a runner. He's not anything, but he started this path about a year ago. And he completed it in a pouring rain yesterday.
Come on, man.
And it
I
was
love that.
what a joy to see him finish something like that, because he's been studying and doing that do hard things stuff, and you can do things more than what you believe you can do. He's been working on that, and so that's what a blessing and what an encouragement for him. And I said last week they had their house under contract. They actually sold it for $10,000 above asking price this week. They'll close on it in time for their new house. And then Dusty, on my side, yesterday I took 14 fraternity guys from Baylor University into the local prison to do some ministry stuff.
Wow.
And we saw 6 inmates get baptized yesterday.
Woo! Come on, man. Come on. Hey, if y'all don't know Kelly Combs, sincerely, you need to reach out to that dude. Kelly and I connected. Everybody on this screen has a vision. Everybody on this screen has a dream. Everybody on this screen has, just like, we look to that someday and go, hey, this is what the calling is for me in my life, right? Kelly's got a calling on his life, which is super close to my heart, which is to help pastors and ministers. And he's actually in the process right now of working on creating an organization called Valley Haven, which is going to be a place where people can just come, man, and rest. Come on now. Anybody need some rest? So you guys connect with him. We're working to help him in every way be able to do that. So Craig Wilbur, we definitely need to connect you with Kelly. So Julia, I think you had your hand up. What'd you have, ma'am?
Hey there, good morning. Sorry, I just switched my screen. So my good news is I got myself 3 of these here. I am German, 12 years in US. I love your hat. I got the same one with white on white, patriotism. And we just went like the day after we got these 3 puppies to Mexico. That's where my beautiful tan comes from. And because I vacationed so much, I decided, okay, now it's time to kick it again. I'm super motivated. The last 3 days I was watching real estate stuff on my YouTube where I'm like, okay, you rested enough if you soak in that stuff. And I decided this morning I'm doing a 75 hard. It is for losing weight, but more it is here to get your act together up there. And I think that's what the morning call is about. So I'm excited to start my week with you guys.
Come on. I love it, Julia. And congratulations. That's super, super, super awesome. Super awesome. Well, hey team, let me tell you what we're going to talk about today. I don't know about you, but there are times and days that I have to be reminded of who I am. You guys ever need that? Anybody ever need that? I've shared with a lot of you know a lot of things that have happened in the Oglesby world this year. This has been a tough year in the Oglesby house, man. Like, we have just taken some hits. And then we think they're done, and then we get another hit. Now, I won't give you too much, but we had Mama in the hospital this week. And when I say Mama, I mean my bride. We just kind of had a little crazy town happen, and it happened fast, and we went in. And anyway, as I thought about today, here's what I know. Every one of us on this screen need to be reminded at times of who we are. And a lot of times we connect who we are with what's going on, with maybe results, or maybe with the lack thereof, or maybe with just hits keep on coming, and we feel like, man, like guy like Anthony was feeling like the other day, like, where's the light at the end of the tunnel? Like, how many more hits are we going to take? You know what I mean? If you're in the real estate industry, we're taking hits right and left. Yes or no? Like, this game is not easy. And so, man, I just wanted to pause today and make sure that we all get off this call this morning claiming who we are, okay? Who you really are, right? Not based on outside circumstances, but based on you. And here's a couple things I want you to go ahead and write down today. So I'm going to give you another acronym today, and the acronym's real simple. It's I.A.M, I.A.M. Just write that down, I.A.M. And here's the reason that we're talking about it, is you and I do not perform our way into identity, okay? Everybody hear that this morning. You do not perform your way into identity. Growing up, I felt like there was a level of performance I had to have an identity. You do not perform your way into identity, okay? You live out your identity, and your performance is a byproduct of that. You tracking with me? Okay? So we don't perform our way into identity. We actually live out our identity, which then leads to the performance that we put out there, okay? All right? And here's what I want to make sure we understand this morning. That we not forget who we are, because when you forget who you are, you start chasing things. Okay? When you forget who you are, you start chasing stuff. You start chasing things that may make you feel better. You start chasing things that maybe aren't your identity at all, right? You start chasing results because we think if I can just get to here, then I will have made it. Then I'll be okay. And I just want to remind us today of our identity. So a couple things I want you to write down as we get started. Here's the first one. You've heard me coach on this before, but it was just heavy on my heart this week. Here's the first thing. You are the only person who gets to decide who comes after the statement, I am. Nobody else gets to decide that. You with me? It's why it's an I am statement. I am, and then you get to fill in the blank. And at the end of the call today, that's what I'm going to have you do. But nobody else chooses what comes after the words I am. You're the only one who chooses that. All right? The second thing I want you to write down is, whatever you put after I am, it's going to come find you. Okay? You're putting out an invitation for it to come get you. How many of you this morning have already thought, I am so tired? Anybody? Come on now. Come on, put your hand up. You know, yeah. You thought, maybe you said it out loud. Maybe you turned to your spouse this morning and you were like, I'm so tired. Can I tell you what? Yes, you are. And you're about to be more tired because you keep talking about how tired you are. We got to replace those words with something different. You with me? How about angry? Anybody angry this morning? Some of you look angry. You angry this morning? Okay. All right. What happens? We start talking about angry. We get more angry. Okay. You track with me? When we talk about lack, we get more lack. Lack equals lack. Okay. You with me? So I want to give you this acronym around I am. Okay. Here's the first thing I want you to write down. Okay. Here it is. Identity comes first. Identity comes first. It does not come second. It is not last. Results don't come first. Winning doesn't come first. Identity comes first. Maybe today we're not getting what we desire because we're not living in identity. With me? Like maybe today we're having anybody ever have an identity crisis? Anybody ever have that? Okay, like within ourselves. Okay. I want to make sure that when you get off this call today, you are not in an identity crisis, that you know exactly who you are, you know exactly where you're going, and you have a plan to get there. And everybody hear me. Nobody gets to choose your identity for you. You choose it. I don't know the conversation that Felicia had with this little 9-year-old brother, but I can tell you that she coached him on identity. I can tell you that she said, hey, this Marshall syndrome, this does not define you. You define you. Okay? Like I've leaned in with Felicia and coached her on this. I'm like, girl, no. What everybody else says about whatever's going on with you, that doesn't define you. Your identity is non-negotiable and you're the one who chooses it, and identity comes first. Okay? Everybody hear me. Your identity is not defined by closings, contracts, or conditions. Write it down. Your identity is not defined by closings, contracts, or conditions. I want to tell you what your identity is defined by. I'm going to give you 3 more C's. You ready? Your identity is defined by character. That's identity. Your identity is defined by consistency. Identity. You with me? Your identity is it is defined by calling. Okay? Those 3 C's. I want you to remember those 3 C's. Character, consistency, and calling. And can I tell you this? If you don't know who you are, the market is going to tell you who you're not. If you don't know who you are, the market will tell you who you're not. And we need to make sure we understand it. Okay? First 3 I said is you're not defined by closings, contracts, or conditions. Those things don't define you. Closings, contracts, or conditions. The things that do define your identity are character, consistency, and calling. All right. I want you to have a clear understanding of that today. All right. And I want you to really, really hone into on consistency, because what I love about what Kelly said about his son-in-law is, I love Kelly said he's not a runner. Here's what I can tell you, Kelly. He became one. He became one through consistency. Okay. He made a choice. He made a decision and said, I am going to be a runner, and this is the way that I'm going to do that. He changed his identity. Now he can say, I'm a runner. Okay, like I run on purpose. Okay, right? You tracking with me on this? Okay, here's the A. Everybody write it down. Alignment creates action. I think sometimes we think it's all about action. And everybody hear me. Trust me, it is about action. All right? Like if you don't get up and move, it ain't going to happen. If you don't go do the work, it's not going to happen. Like here's a great saying for you. When you work it, it works. Okay, like that's truth. Okay, like when you go to work, it actually works. All right, so action is huge, but I think if we're going to take the right actions, we have to have alignment before we take the action. You with me? Because my actions have to be in alignment with what? My character, my consistency, my calling, my purpose. Are my actions in alignment with those things? That's how we're going to start to move forward. Okay. Here's one thing I can tell you. When your identity is clear, okay, when your identity is clear, actions become real clean and real easy. Okay. You tracking with me on this? Like when I know who I am and I know where I'm going, my actions become very clear. My decisions become real easy. All right. I've told you guys this before. Like when I resigned as director of Bold, everybody thought I was nuts. That was the easiest decision I ever made. And here's why I say that, because I knew that I was out of alignment. I had been gone from my house over 120 days every single year. And I had 2 beautiful kids at home, right? That something had to be different. And I had clarity on my identity. So it was a very easy transition for me. Now, let me make sure you understand one thing though. That does not mean that it has been easy since I made the decision. Okay? So we think, oh, this was easy. I got clear direction. I know what I'm doing. That does not mean that it's going to be an easy street on the other side of it. Okay? We've got to work through the challenges that come along with that. And the way we do that is through identity. Okay? I want you to write this down too. When your identity gets cloudy, your calendar gets messy. Okay? When your identity gets cloudy, your calendar gets messy. Why do you think that happens? Anybody? Why do you think those two things go hand in hand?
Because you start saying yes to everything, just
There you go.
with no plan.
There you go, Felicia. I become a yes man, right? I start trying to solve things maybe that don't even need to be solved, right? I start seeking approval. I start being a people pleaser, right? You guys with me on this? You ever done it? And all of a sudden, my identity is transitioned to my calendar, and I get to the end of my day, and I'm frustrated, and I'm tired, okay? And I don't even know what I've done. You with me? Like, I don't even know what I've done. How many of you got to the end of the day before, and you're like, I am exhausted, and I have no idea what I accomplished today? Anybody? Okay? It's because we're not clear on identity. You with me? It's because we're not clear on identity. Here's the next thing I want to give you. I want you to ask yourself this question today, and we're going to answer it here in a little bit. Here's a question I want you to ask yourself when it comes to alignment. Are your daily actions aligned with who you say you are? Are your daily actions aligned? Are your daily actions aligned with who you say you are? Hey, can I tell you who people want to do business with? They want to do business with people who have alignment. Yes or no? They want to do business with people who have identity. You've heard me coach you on this before. Not image, identity. All right. Image fades. A lot of people have image out there, and then they get into business or they get into relationship with people, and what happens is the truth of their identity comes out. They can't handle the image anymore. I don't want you to be where you're out there putting out an image. I want you to be out there where you're putting out an identity and where it has alignment. And are your actions in alignment with who you say you are? Okay. And here's the third one. M. Momentum follows meaning. Momentum follows meaning. What do you think that means? Momentum follows meaning. Anybody? No wrong answer.
The things
What do you
we're
think?
passionate about, the momentum will follow. Like, for example, my 75 hard, I'm intimidated of that myself, but I know once I started and I am proud of myself and I start seeing some little results, it is easier to push through. And then at the end, everybody's like, wow, you did that? And I'm like, well, yeah, I did that. But it just the starting is motivation, and you're like, I gained weight, there is a motivation. But then after you build up momentum, it gets easier and easier, actually.
That's right. Well, and you said a great word there, Julia. You said passion, right? Do you know what's going to fuel your momentum? Passion. Okay. Like that's going to get you moving. Purpose. That's going to get you moving. Anybody else?
So I was going to say something really similar, and I was just going to use an example. My youngest son is adopted, so and both my wife and I are both from educational background. My wife still is teaching, and I have a degree in education. But so whenever we I always see massive momentum whenever we align with things that are for kids. So an example of that, we pair with a local charity around Christmas time to foster or to provide Christmases for kids in foster care. And 2 years ago, we had like 70 kids just through us and our network, like over 70 kids Christmases sponsored. And I think it's just because there's a massive amount of alignment in like what we constantly are uh, going with. So that momentum piece is easy to garner. Whereas if I went and I tried to do something else, there'd be no authenticity behind it.
That's right. That's right, Anthony. Well, and then that's where burnout comes in, right? You and I burn out because we're not operating in alignment. We're not operating in identity. You guys tracking with me? And I love what Anthony just talked about there too, like with adoption and everything else. Like I think about my kids. Can I tell you something about my kids? They're Oglesby's, that's their identity, and they don't have to earn that. You guys tracking with me on this? I don't care what they do. I don't care how they do it. They don't have to earn that. They just are. Identity is not earned. Identity is. You tracking with me? My kids, okay, everybody hear me. Like their last name is not even Oglesby. Okay, like their birth certificate doesn't say, there's no piece of paper in the state of Texas that says they're an Oglesby. But if you ask them their name, Felicia, what do they tell you? I'm an Oglesby. Okay? Like that, it's who they are. Everybody hear me. This is who you are. Here's what I want to do to round out the call. I want you to write down 5 things today that you are. Okay? You don't have to go earn them. They're not results driven. They're not condition based. You just are. But everybody hear me. Some of you are thinking you're not, and you need to start thinking that you are. Okay? I'll give you an example of what I mean. Long before I became a bold coach, I called myself a bold coach. I said, I am a bold coach, and I wasn't. I had to sell 75 units 2 years in a row to become a bold coach. Okay? At the time I asked the question, how do I become a bold coach? They said, you got to sell 75 units. How many units has you sold? I said 0. I was brand new in the game. And then I started walking around saying, I am a bold coach. I started changing the way that I dressed. I started changing the way that I talked. I was a bold coach long before I became a bold coach. You with me on this? Why? Because you're the one who defines it. I want you to write down 5 I.A.M statements right now. Write them down. Who are you? Okay. You want to be a runner? Then call yourself a runner. Okay. You want to sell X amount in real estate? Then call yourself that. You tracking with me on this? And then I want to hear from just a couple of you. I just want you to read off a couple of things that you wrote down of who you are. Let's hear from about 3 of you. Just give us at least one I am statement that you wrote down today that you're going to claim and you're going to keep with you every day this week. What do you got? Come on, give me one. Just come off mute and just say your I am statement. Tell us who you are and then say your I am statement.
Hey, what's going on? This is John from Chicago. So I just got a few basic ones. I'm a great father. I'm a great husband. I'm thoughtful. I'm caring. That's all my personal stuff. Now I gotta dial in on the business stuff too.
I love it. John, come on, man. And yes, you are, brother. We got to claim this every day. One thing I want you to do is I want you to write these down every morning. Claim who you are before you even get started. Somebody else, what do you got? Felicia said, I'm a visionary. I'm a child of God. I'm a coach. I am worthy. I am confident, and I am an overcomer. Come on now. Give me 2 more. We'll jump off.
Hey, Dusty, it's Dave from Arlington Heights, Illinois.
Come on, Dave.
I got a couple for you. Number one, I am an amazing listener. Number two, I am the most patient, on-time realtor you will ever meet.
Come on. Come on, y'all give it up for Dave. Dave, you've already won half the battle by being on time, brother. Craig Wilbur said, I'm a connector. Come on, Craig. Yes, you are. I'm a people impactor. Whoop. I am confident in God. I am a lover of people. I am a successful giver. Amber said, I am fully present in every moment. Coach JB said, I am healthy. I'm a man of increase. Come on, write that down. I'm a man of increase. And Julia said, I am generous. You with me? Okay, everybody hear me. Nobody defines who you are. You do. Make that decision, write it down, say it over and over and over again in your head. Okay? Just like Anthony did when he got when it got dark, he started saying, I'm gonna give 100% of what I got. I'm gonna give 100% of what I got. I want you in the moments maybe where it gets dark, where you go, no. I am healthy. I am a person of increase. I am generous. Like, you claim it, and I guarantee it's gonna come find you. Okay? Hey, I love you guys. I trust this helped you today. Claim who you are and go be that. Your actions will follow that. Okay? Love you guys. Bless you. We'll see you next week. Take care, team. Bye-bye.
Hey, Dusty.
Oh, hey, you know what? Real quick before you jump off. Oh, man, I forgot. Martina, will you drop in the chat box the link for the mastermind that we're kicking off in November? So this is optional. This is a paid piece, team, if you want to be a part of this. But just real quickly, I'll tell you, this is a weekly mastermind. Every Monday, you will get an additional call with me separate from this one. That is all on mindset and heart set and skill set. On Tuesdays, you'll get a 30-minute call with Joe Gilmore. That call is all about tools and tactics in the market today that we know are working. Joe coaches people that have over $1 billion in sales. This dude knows what he's talking about, okay? Wednesdays, you're going to get Wednesdays with Mark King, all on wealth building for 30 minutes, okay? Anybody want to build some wealth? Okay? It's all on wealth building and relationships. Thursdays, you're going to get 30 minutes. That's all with Rachel Adams Lee on social media and AI. Come on now. 30 minutes straight with her. And then Friday, we're calling it Free Fridays. Every Friday, we're going to throw you something. We're going to give you an agent interview. We're going to give you an influencer interview, a leader interview, something that's going to help stir your heart and move you forward. You literally get all of that each and every single week, okay? So if you'll click on the link, that just puts you on the wait list. We've got people piling in for this. The investment on your end is $147 a month. You're not committing to being billed for that when you get on the wait list. Just get on the wait list. We're going to send you information, and then we're going to load that up where every single week. How many of you would like to have 30 minutes every day that encourages you like this and get you moving in the right direction in real estate and in life and in your wealth and in your social media and everything? That's what we're bringing to you with Redefine, okay? So click on that, sign up for the wait list, and we will see you next week on this call, okay? Bless you guys. We'll see you. Yes.
Have you started that faith call on Wednesdays?
We have not started it yet. We're kicking that off in November as well, Shelly. So you guys will get an email here in the next week that we'll be kicking it off the first week of November. So
Okay, I knew you had moved it to October, and I had signed up for it, but I hadn't seen anything else, and I'm like, well, I must be missing that.
you are not missing it, and you will not miss it. We will kick it off in November. Martina's going to send it out to everybody. So,
Okay,
and
sounds good.
that
Thank you.
again, guys, that's another free call. That's not part of this at all. It's just another free call that I'm going to be doing called Define Faith. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Bless you guys. Love you. Bye bye.